In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing the Pixar animated movie, Turning Red. Now, this movie is directed by Domee Shi in her first feature film directorial debut. Now, if you know that name, she also directed the short film Bao. Now, this movie tells the story of Mei Li, a Chinese-Canadian young girl who is trying to find her own way. The movie is a metaphor for coming of age and growing up and hitting puberty, and that's what the panda symbolizes for Mei Li, is hitting puberty and trying to understand certain things and trying to understand what this panda is. Not only that, the mother Ming Li is really front and center in this movie. It's a very strong character. I mean, the entire movie is about friendship, family, trying to understand and trying to find yourself growing up, and you just turned 13 years old. What does every girl want to do? They love boys, they love music, they love certain things. It's really fun. The animation in this movie is spectacular and probably the best I've seen in any Pixar movie in a very long time. Domee Shi knows how to direct, she knows how to draw, and not only that, the production aspect and the design that went into every single detail in this movie was so pure and crisp. It was amazing. Seeing the Chinese culture integrated into this movie was really good. The colors, the hue, the pop, the costumes. Seeing Mei Li go from black hair to red hair when she transforms into this red panda is great. Not only that, the story is front and center because evidently the ancestors and the women in this so-called down the line of this ancestry are always the ones who have this red panda. But for Mei Li, she hit this at a mark where she was 13, where the other women in this family hit it at different stages. Now, not only that, Ming Li also has this gift, but it's kept in a single necklace where the panda, if it breaks, it comes out. Not only that, Ming Li's mother, Mei Li's grandmother, is really the matriarch in this, and she knows what's happening and she knows and understands everything. Not only that, the father is so-called in the background, but he understands what's going on with Mei Li, and it's also a force for domineering, a woman, and where in Asian culture it's always you have to do good grades, and the mother's always the one that's pushing the child, and the father is also doing that, but is more so laid back and not more so upfront like the mother. This movie is really good. The story is great, the humor is great, the animation and the use of culture is fantastic. There are a lot of people and parents out there who are saying that this movie is controversial because of the puberty aspect and everything. There's not always... It's a Pixar movie. It's an animated cartoon movie. Just watch the movie and understand it. There is also controversy out there where I want to say there was a review done about the Turning Red movie where Cinema Blend's managing director, Sean O'Connell, wrote that he couldn't connect with the film, calling it limiting. By rooting Turning Red very specifically in the Asian community of Toronto, the film legitimately feels like it was made for Domee Shi's friends and immediate family members, which is fine, but also a tad limiting in its scope. O'Connell wrote, "Listen, to Sean O'Connell of the Cinema Blend managing director, your review is absurd and preposterous. Doesn't make any goddamn sense at all. If you don't understand the movie and it's limitless to you, then don't watch it. But it's an animated movie. Enjoy it for what it is. Enjoy it for the story, the humor, the aspect, the family, the friendship that Mei Li has. Not every movie is going to connect with an audience, and some might like this movie and some might not. Listen, the animation is for kids, the story is for adults, everything is for a family oriented when it comes to a Pixar movie. To Sean O'Connell of Cinema Blend, it's ridiculous what your comment wrote, and he has said that it was in a since deleted tweet, he also called the movie exhausting. Where is this movie exhausting? Anywhere? Where? Tell me, because it's hilarious, it's funny, it's a very good coming of age fantasy comedy animated movie. It's an animated movie. How is it exhausting, Sean O'Connell? Please tell me that. Let me know. I really want to know, because your review was absurd and insane. I mean, watch every Pixar movie and let me know if it's exhausting or limitless to you, because this movie is perfect for what it is. Domi Shi directed a phenomenal movie, and I will say this now, I feel like, and this is a prediction, Turning Red will win Best Animated Feature at the 95th Academy Awards. If it doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised. Not only that, you might hear other voice actors in this movie that, you know, you've heard, like James Hong as Mr. Gao as the local elder. James Hong has been in many big movies like Big Trouble in Little China. You know the voice when you hear it. Now, with this movie, I don't want to give spoilers away because the movie's only an hour and 47 minutes. It's a quick watch. But it progresses over time where it starts, and, you know, the ending is really good. The ending is really interesting with how the entire whole panda ancestry comes together. It's heartfelt, it's interesting, it's fun to watch. I can't get over how good this movie is. And I do want to say this movie should have been released in theaters. I don't understand why it wasn't, but bad move on Pixar to not release it in theaters. I don't understand why, because I feel like this would have made a good substantial amount of money, and it probably would have gained maybe, you know, a good box office number, and including box office records, and probably would have been up there with the highest grossing of the Pixar movies. So I'm really surprised that they took this off the release list on the schedule for in theaters and just released it for free for, you know, Disney Plus. But it's a fun movie, and hopefully Disney Plus and, you know, Pixar for that matter doesn't make the same mistake by releasing their films only to Disney Plus. Release it in theaters like Turning Red should have been. When I first saw the trailer, when I first heard this movie was being made about a red panda and it was a coming of age story, I wanted to see it in theaters, and I know I would have had a great time doing that, watching it in theaters. It was great fun watching it in the comfort of your own home with Disney Plus, but Walt Disney and Pixar made a mistake by releasing this in for streaming, straight to streaming, and not being, you know, just for theaters, because I feel like a lot of parents would have taken their kids to see this for the comedy, for the coming of age, and would have connected in a way where it's an understanding of what it is to grow up, be that 13-year-old just hitting puberty and trying to understand boys, parties, and friendship, and how everything works in society. For me, Turning Red gets 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely love this movie for what it is, and I can't wait to see what Domi Shi has in store next for her directing, and hopefully she directs another Pixar movie. Hopefully we get Turning Red 2. There's still so much story to be talked about and see where this arc goes, and I'm curious to see if that happens. So let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Turning Red, if you saw it. If you didn't see it, will you be checking it out now that I've reviewed it? And what did you think of it if you did see it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the story aspect, the humor, the animation, and the use of culture for the Chinese culture? Let me know in the comment section below, and also let me know what rating you would give it, and also let me know what you think about this entire stupid controversy about people, you know, saying it wasn't a good movie for that matter. Let me know in the comment section below about the questions I just asked, and I'll see you guys in the next review video.